At CLS, we specialize in managing investment portfolios for investors to help them accumulate wealth, generate income, protect their assets, or mitigate tax consequences within their portfolios. We believe in the power of using risk-managed, globally balanced portfolios to enhance the investor experience. Further, we believe that risk budgeting offers the best possibility to manage risk. We partner with independent financial advisors and offer direct access to our experienced portfolio management, sales, and service teams. We are committed to providing the resources needed for advisors to grow their businesses and better serve investors. Risk budgeting is the core of CLS's portfolio construction process. To illustrate how risk budgeting works, we have created an example using this scale. We start by defining the investor's personalized risk budget based on his or her unique investing time horizon and specific investment goals. This budget, which is expressed as a percentage of the risk of a globally diversified equity portfolio, represents the amount of risk the investor is comfortable taking on in exchange for potential returns. The individual risk budget is the risk level at which we manage the portfolio as risk changes over time. While we are able to manage portfolios for investors with varying levels of risk tolerance, the investor in this example has a moderate tolerance for risk. We're able to keep this risk level constant while seeking areas of the market that are performing well. This side of the scale represents the active and flexible side of our strategy, where we can make adjustments within the portfolio in an attempt to take advantage of changing market conditions. These adjustments are guided by the requirement that the scale must always be in balance in order to keep the portfolio in line with the stated risk budget. We have broken down the asset classes for investments on the active side into 3 separate positions. The least risky of these is bonds, followed by value, and then growth, generally an aggressive asset class. At CLS, we analyze over 100 asset class segments and strategies. However, for this example, we have reduced the number to 3 to make it easier to understand. Right now, the allocations on the active side match the investor's risk budget, so the scale is in balance as long as the market conditions don't change. But the markets are always changing. There are periods of time when value is more attractive than growth. So, let's take advantage of that opportunity and transfer some of the portfolio represented by the weight from growth to value. While the stock-to-bond ratio hasn't changed, the risk has. We are currently not using up all of the risk budget available to the investor to generate return. What can we do? In this case, we can take a little money out of bonds and transfer it to value. This is a double bonus because not only do we get additional assets in the attractive asset class, but the scale is also brought back into balance. At times, growth is more attractive than value. In this case, the first step is to transfer some assets from value to growth. As before, the stock-to-bond ratio hasn't changed, but the risk of the asset portfolio is now quite a bit higher than the risk budget. In order to reduce risk while staying overweighted to growth, we need to transfer some risk from value to bonds. Now the portfolio has less invested in stocks, but is balanced with the investor's risk budget. By investing in a more aggressive asset class, moving from value to growth, we had to add another move, from value to bonds, to offset the additional risk in the portfolio. The key benefit of risk budgeting is that it allows for active movement between asset classes, while keeping portfolio risk equal to the risk budget at all times. This helps to provide stability to the portfolio and peace of mind that the investor's portfolio is being maintained at the level of risk he or she is comfortable with, regardless of what is happening in the market. To learn more about risk budgeting and how this approach can help you meet your important investment goals, please visit clsinvest.com/riskbudgeting.